Ted, in closing, looking at silver and gold, gold went up some today on this announcement of more devaluation of the currencies. Where do you expect to see silver and gold right now? And what is it like in the physical market? Because I see these reports that paper gold, they try to artificially deflate, but that in real world markets, there's a higher premium on gold and silver and other precious metals than even what the so-called paper value is.
Well, you're right about that. I mean, they did tame the market a little bit when they raised the reserve requirements or the deposit requirements on futures contracts. I mean, they doubled it. If you were putting $10,000 into a contract, now you had to put 20 in. That did soften the marketplace this summer. However, it's coming back right now. Gold is up $30. We've seen it at $1752.10. I hear a lot of analysts saying that we'll see gold over $2,000. Silver could easily hit that $40 an ounce again. We're right now at $33.05. The main thing is that as you see devaluation in the currency, as you see more TARP-type bailouts like we have, I mean, and this is much greater, much bigger than what we had here back in 2008. It is going to cause the dollar to lose value, and gold and silver is going to reflect that. Gold and silver has been money for 6,000 years. You can't turn on the printing press and devaluate the value of the currency without watching gold and silver rise. It has a very good way of sniffing out any kind of chicanery that's going on in the currency markets. When you see money being printed, gold and silver is going to reflect that. You'll see rising prices. Obama is incredibly unpopular right now, but look at who the system is putting forward. Newt Gingrich, I mean, Mr. New World Order, NAFTA, GATT, carbon taxes, one world government, end of the family. I mean, he is a super creepy New Ager, New World Order guy. On record. I mean, he's super creepy, and mainline conservatives are so conned by the lying talk show hosts that tell him he's Mr. Conservative. And Newt was out today saying, I'm the real conservative, you aren't, Mitt Romney. And then you look at Mitt Romney, he's bad on all the issues. He's not part of the futurist society that Gingrich is in, saying, you know, end America, but he's doing it by his actions. I mean, these guys are horrible. Yeah, you're right about that. They're both bought and paid for. We know that. If you might as well have Barack Obama in there, because it isn't going to make a difference. You put either one of those guys in the ring, and they're going to just follow along with a new flavor of the Kool-Aid, basically. It's still going to be poisonous. It's just a new flavor. Those guys are going to mean absolutely nothing for our liberty and our freedom and to be able to have a solid base of currency that we can rely on. Well, I agree. You know, the good news is even if they wreck this whole thing and it does go over the edge of the cliff, we've been here telling people the truth. More folks are waking up. Look at Ron Paul. He's probably getting 5 times or more the attention and the votes right now in the polls. Looks like he could win Iowa. He was number 2, now number 3 in New Hampshire because the media is saying, you know, Newt Gingrich is the savior. But if they gave him a fair shake, he'd be our next president. And he foresaw it. He's a constitutionalist. He's a true scholar. God's giving us the opportunity, you know, to have a way out. And God always does that. The question is, will this nation, this modern Sodom and Gomorrah, take that out? Will we repent? Well, I tell you, Alex, we'll have to fight really hard to get him in that office. There's no question about it. It's an uphill battle. And it would be short of a miracle to have him there as the president. But hopefully that happens. I'm with you on that one. But at least he's here injecting real issues. Yeah, I agree with you. Even if he doesn't get in there, as this thing melts apart and we see it, more people jump on the bandwagon on his ideals and ideas. I see it as the Alamo. You know, privately, the first time he ran, the second time, I said, listen, you know you're going to run because it's going to educate people. You're going to be in the debates. And now look how the liberty movement's grown, centered around Ron Paul as a fulcrum in the last 4 years. And it'll be like the Alamo. Even if he loses through all their cheating and 89 seconds in the debates, the next guy gets 10 minutes or whatever, through all that, he's kind of like the Alamo. You know, it's that will to fight. Resistance is victory. Even if Ron Paul becomes an Alamo and he gets wiped out politically and beaten and we get beaten, people shouldn't get mad. And I'm not saying that's happened yet. By fighting, we win, because think of all the seeds we're planting right now when everything we say has come true. We're already getting a lot of credibility because so much has come true. Imagine when it really all happens. Ted, I mean, we're really planting time bombs here. You know that, right? Yeah. There's no question about it. The amount of power that has grown from the grassroots behind this message like your Ron Paul you're talking about, and the solid currency and getting out of these
or my radio show or all the other shows you syndicate, and you listen to mainline talk radio, more and more they try to sound like me.
They do.
Again, we are forcing the debate more and more towards reality.
And they know it. Alex, I mean, your web presence and your terrestrial radio presence and everything it's grown by leaps and bounds. It's getting stronger as time goes on, and that the elitists are just going to destroy this country. And as they do it, people are going to become more angry, and they're going to be looking for answers, and they're going to find it right here. Well,
that's it. That's why I say we're time bombs. We tried to fix it. We tried to stop it. But the more what we say happens, unfortunately, we're kind of crying here. But at the same time, it's better to still be sad and see the bad things happen. But at least more and more we're going to be in a position to beat these people. Ted Anderson with MidasResources.com. Folks can also find out more at GCNlive.com. Incredible news articles, audio, podcast, everything with all the great shows that are up there. GCNlive.com. Ted Anderson, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me up, Alex.
All right, amazing interview. Nice banter back and forth with Ted and I. That's it for Infowars Nightly News. I want to thank the crew. I want to thank Stuart Rhodes. I want to thank my family for letting me be here and not spend a lot of time with them. I want to thank God. I wouldn't be here without God's support and protection. Believe me, I don't just know that. I rely on it. We don't just believe in miracles. We rely on them. That's a bumper sticker one of my aunts has, and it's true. This is something special we're doing, and I want all you to remember out there watching what you're doing special. Spreading the word about this show, doing your own podcast, sending links out, talking to your neighbors, going to city council meetings. Every little bit you do adds up. Many hands make light work. And it's not our fault all this is happening. Over the years, people get mad and say, you people are discrediting the government. You'll make things collapse. Our government got taken over a long time ago. We know their plan is to destroy and consolidate this nation like some company, some corporate looter takes over. That's what the New World Order is. We know we got to tell people the hard truths, like Patrick Henry said, and make preparation for it, or there's no future. Okay, folks? And I get chills thinking about this. I mean, they're passing laws to secretly arrest and torture and kill whoever citizens. I mean, Hitler didn't put stuff like that on paper. It's all happening. But our ancestors went through this over and over again. That's why the founders, who weren't perfect but were heads above anybody else, foresaw that, tried to create a system to protect us. And we gave up on that system, a lot of us as Americans, and thought, oh, that's old and quaint. It was really a new revolutionary idea people fought and died for. And now that shield has been lowered, and we are experiencing the evil of the New World Order. And we're only experiencing the light wind. You ever been outside and you're doing something, you're cleaning out your car, you're doing the yard or whatever, or you're on the back porch or whatever, and you kind of see the trees moving, and you walk out, it kind of feels good, and you kind of go out in the street so you can see down the road, and you see some big clouds, and 5 minutes later, windows are breaking, and a tornado's coming down the street throwing cars around. If you never grew up seeing that, I saw that once in Dallas, and we got blown off the road by a tornado once, but the point is that's how it is. We're like, hey, a storm's coming. We got radar. We got historical radar, and we've studied the globalist documents. They're planning to bring in this tyranny. People are like, it's a blue sky out here. It's like before the invention of radar. They're like, shut up, kook. There's no clouds. You can see 20 miles. And we're like, no, there's a hurricane coming in on shore. 20 miles over there. It'll be here in like 6-7 hours. You better get ready. They're like, yeah, you claim you've got radar. Sure you do. Radar, schmadar. We have historical radar. Those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. So we were telling you, some people 20, 30 years ago as they saw the erosion of liberty, some even more. But now as it got more and more clear, the last 17 years, I've been warning you. And now it's black clouds rolling in. The winds are about 50 miles an hour. That hurricane's got 200-mile-an-hour winds, folks. It's 50 right now. A few signs are blowing over. Some tree branches are breaking. People are going, wow, there's rain coming down sideways. You said a storm was coming. We're like, yeah, it's a 200-mile-an-hour. And a lot of people haven't built shelters. A lot of people haven't gotten ready. And a lot of these people are dangerous. A lot of people that serve the system are going to get more servile as things get worse. They're not going to wake up. They're going to get more into worshiping the system. It's those of us that are awake that have got to band together now for strength. They got to stick together. And they start trying to arrest people and round folks up and do all of this. We're trying to fix things peacefully, but as this government goes like the Soviets or Nazi Germany, we have a right to defend our families and ourselves. And, I don't just shoot my mouth off about stuff. It's just that when you see these type of tyrannies unfolding, we do have to make preparations to defend ourselves as well. There's no doubt we tried to turn things back earlier, but people need to understand that the republic has been taken over by pure criminals. No one can deny that. We want to fix things peacefully, but we do have a right to defensively defend ourselves, hence the word defense. All right, that's it for Infowars Nightly News. We got a day or two left of the 15-day free trial at prisonplanet.tv for this and all the films and more. And then those of you that pay it forward and support us, you help everybody out there online that watches it for free. God bless you all. We'll see you hopefully back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central.